Hey everybody, it's Rob, Positively Healthy. So we're out at Deception Pass. It's on the, well, we're on Fidalgo Island.
Oh yeah.
And actually we have,
Right.
oh, you can kind of see right on that rock there. I'll zoom in and maybe get a little bit of footage in a second here, but that's a bald eagle resting on the rock out there. So we're starting on the Fidalgo Island. We're going to do a couple of loops around here. Sorry, the eagle's doing some stuff over there. Moving around, maybe getting ready to go fishing. We're going to do a couple of loops around the bays here. Then we're going to cross the bridge over to Whidbey Island and do a loop trail there. Probably going to do about between 7 and 8 miles total, depending on if we decide to go down to the beach and stuff at all. We were a little concerned. It was sleeting, a little bit of snow on the way up I-5, but now, oh, I missed it flying. So yeah, should be a good day, but now we got here to the island and it's nice blue sky. So the weather reports were saying it was going to not really clear up, but rain decreasing and stuff throughout the day. So hopefully we will get a nice beautiful day with lots of wonderful views out on the ocean and the bridge and things like that. So we'll be checking in along the way. All right, so we are Rosario Head. This is called. I wonder if it's. I'll have to look up the definition for what head means on it as far as a topographical feature. Here, let me try to keep this steady and just do a little panorama. The Pacific Ocean. And then, so there's this little bay over here. We're going to be hiking around the edge of here, around that point over there, that's Lighthouse Head. And then that's where we'll get our views of the bridge and the pass between Fidalgo and Whidbey Islands. Just so nice. We're really lucking out. I'm hoping this, if it stayed just like this the rest of the day, I would be perfectly happy. All right, we'll be back more later. Or back later with more, yeah, something like that. All right, so we are at Bowman Cove, I think it is, Bowman Bay. We'll just take a little quick break while we wait for some of them to catch up. We are heading next to Lighthouse Lottie Point. Actually, we're going to Lighthouse Point, then Lottie Point. It's going to take us around that area is over there. And we're going to be heading out. I don't think we're heading out there. I think it's more that way. I think that's in a separate island that we can't get to except by boat. We saw some kayakers go by. Guy saw a seal swimming by earlier that I missed. We're at the campground here. Looks like a really nice campground. There's some sites that are over that way. This is the picnic area right here. There's a Civilian Conservation Corps Interpretive Center. We're off season yet, so it's not quite open, but this would be kind of a cool place to come check out in the summer. Right along the cove here. All right, so we'll probably check in again once we get out to Lighthouse Point. I don't remember if there's actually still a lighthouse there or not. I know there was at some point. I don't know if there's anything still of it there, but we will find out when we get there. Alright, so we're on a little spit, or whatever you want to call this, that's connecting us to the area where Lighthouse is. And I'm kind of bummed we got down here. We're up there taking some pictures, and you could hear just tons of frogs down here croaking. calling out. When we get down here and we must have scared them or something. They're all quiet now. There's a group of kayakers out there. I think it's like a class or something. They've been out doing little maneuvers. It's kind of cool. They've got a floating dock out there with picnic tables for. Oh, maybe those aren't picnic tables. Maybe those aren't picnic tables on the dock. They almost look like anchor ties or something, or for like boats. Oh, maybe they are too. It's hard to tell from here. Let me see if I can zoom in.
So you want a lens that has a good
all right.
chroma.
So yeah, we're almost to the Lighthouse Point area, and we will check out the views from there.
20 millimeter.
This is the first glimpse of the bridge we're going to be crossing a little bit later. So just decided to top and get a quick glimpse of that. So this is Lottie Bay down here. So we're going to go out to the Lighthouse Point, then we're going to come back and actually loop around on the other side of that little ridge area over there. So there's some seals, possibly, or maybe there's, no. Okay, those are just birds. We have seen some seals flopping around out there. Might be over further back, about there. Oh, and actually right in there, it looks like there's a couple of seals. So sometimes they'll like sit there and let the tides bring the fish to them. Oh, and there's another one right there. It's not going to be a very good image, but oh shoot, I just missed that one jumping and splashing in up there. There we go. So there's quite a few. There's a lot of them out there too, isn't there? Quite a few. A lot of birds too. Oops, how would I call that better? An extreme example of those trees that just grow across until they get the sunlight and then can grow upwards. All right. So this is turning into a hike that's going to be leisurely at best, because it's just such spectacular views everywhere we turn. It's just, we're not getting much of a workout as far as heart rate and stuff like that. But we were just up there. I got some pictures, I'll share that. Running into a few more people here and there. Just passed a couple with their dogs that were playing in the water. And it's just all these little spots to go out and look around, and it's like, which way do we go? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? So that's Guy and Chris down there. They decided to, so when we got here, you can see there's that rope hanging there. I can't imagine somebody would be climbing up that thing, but maybe. But we were joking around that there's this little slanted area here that if the rope was there, it might be worth trying. But they decided they wanted to go just check it out. So they'll probably, so Guy was joking around that, you know, he told it because he was one of our drivers and said that if anything happens to him, he's not going to tell us where his keys are, but they're on him. But that way we have to recover his body if we want to get everybody home. So, yeah, a little dark humor there. So they're going to check that out. Everybody else is kind of over here. I'm going to go over this way. We're real close to the bridge area, just soaking up wonderful views. You can see, so it was high tide, I think, is going out. You can see the currents flowing outward and again now. We're in a little Lottie Bay area. You can see the seals sitting there just waiting as the fish basically work their ways by, just grabbing up some lunch. We saw a couple other ones feeding over on this side, back over that way from that last overlook. Actually, I can't tell if that's rocks or a couple of heads poking out over there yet. Saw a juvenile eagle. We passed by a group that said they saw some porpoise. We didn't see them though, unfortunately. That would have been really cool. Oops, so I hold the camera better for you guys. All right, we'll check in again a little bit later. All right, I don't know if you can see it down, we got a paddle boarder down there. We are at the bridge for Deception Pass now. So the reason why this is named as Deception Pass is, I don't remember the year offhand, but Peter Puget and Captain Whidbey were exploring the area. And they actually were coming in around this way and much further back. They stopped because they thought it was a bay. And then they came back around this side and discovered that it was actually a pass. And so they named it Deceptive Pass or something like that at the time. We, and kind of evolved a bit since then. Hopefully you can hear me okay with the traffic noise. I'm not going to do a lot of video out here because of this, but take some pictures that I will splice in for a little slideshow as part of this. But I'll give you guys some of the view from up here on the bridge. We're now on Pass Island, where actually it's nice, we're out of the wind now. The wind's coming in off the Pacific. But there's the bridge, part of the bridge. So overall, the bridge is just under 1,500 feet, about 1,487, I think it is. It's about 180 feet above the water, depending on the tide level. About 1,500 cars a day pass over the bridge. And it's, I don't know if you can hear me, it was traveling up by the traffic. So basically what happened is, I can't remember the exact time frame, but Peter Puget and Captain Whidbey were exploring the area along with Vancouver, and I forget their first names, but they were charting the area. They were coming up. They came up along area back in there, and they got up a little ways back in there and thought they were coming into a bay. So they turned around and came back around this side of the island and finally realized that it was a pass and said it was deceptive, and so they kind of named it Deceptive Pass, which now kind of changed a little bit, but yeah. So that's how the area got the name. This is Pass Island. There's two spans that total about that 1,487 feet or so that I mentioned. It's 1,500 pounds of steel. It was done in like around the 1930s or so. Before that, they had a little ferry that would run across down below. But now it's, I believe it's, I've read somewhere that it's one of the busiest state parks in Washington State. And I don't know if that counts as all the people passing through. They've got, like on that side of the bridge, there's just a little stop for the overlook and for people to come out and just walk on the bridge and stuff. You get a lot of people. There's a lot of trails. This is my first time doing the trails out here, even though I've been out to the bridge itself about 3 or 4 other times. My hands getting tired. So we're probably, by the time we get back, we'll have done probably a little over 7, close to 8 miles. Not as much as we were planning on, because we've just been overwhelmed by the beautiful views everywhere we go, and just stopping and taking pictures and soaking in the sun, glorious sun. It's gonna be interesting. So you can see way back, got some parts of the Cascades, and back out that way. Can't really see because the bridge right now is the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, I'll probably check in one more time before when we get back to our cars and stuff. But yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Really just enjoying it out here. If you're in the northern part, so we're about an hour and a half or so north of Seattle right now. Not too far, but check it out. All right, so we are back at the cars, just shy of 7 miles total, and we didn't even do the Goose Island loop that we had talked about, which would have been another 2 or so miles. So we got some decent distance in, with just lots of great, wonderful views along the way. I don't know if this will work very well. There we go, like that. So yeah, thanks for tagging along. Let's see, tomorrow we're actually heading out to Westport out on the coast with some friends, so we're gonna do some stuff out there, including some wine tasting and fun stuff like that. I'm not gonna be doing that though because I don't drink wine. But yeah, anyway, thanks for tagging along. We will. This is the Deception Pass State Park area. I'm currently on Fidalgo Island. We crossed over to Whidbey Island and back. We're gonna have to definitely come back this summer and do some stuff with the trails on Whidbey Island. There's a lot more trails I would love to check out, so maybe you'll come along with us. Thanks. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye now.